Hi everyone, my name is Haiyue. I'm one of the co-chairs of the VML along with Caroline. And I wanted to welcome everybody to Season 7. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. For those of you who are new, I hope today is going to help answer some of those questions you might have about how the league works and what to expect, out of your experience here, out of the community, and out of coverage and all of that stuff. Before we get started, I really just want to thank everybody for joining in on this project and this journey. We are not a league like other tournaments that you will see out there, or even like other communities that you will see out there. Back when we started in Season 1, we were essentially a ragtag bunch of friends who wanted to play some Magic together. Caroline and I were involved right from the beginning, and then from Season 2 onwards, we basically put ourselves in charge and decided that we wanted to make the VML into something that contributes meaningfully to our community and really changes how competitive Magic is viewed and who gets to play it and who gets to be the best at it. Through our time, the work that we've done has, I think, already started to pay a lot of dividends. Back when we started, and we didn't even start that long ago, right? It was like two years ago, 18 months, 2 years ago. It was essentially unheard of for a competitive tournament to have more than 5% or 10% people of marginalized genders in it. And we, I think, have really tried to create a space where all of you can come here, be spikes, compete with each other, try to be the best, all in an environment where you are going to feel comfortable and not have your presence here questioned or have to justify why you're here. Caroline and I have worked really hard to try and create that space, but all of you, of course, are the reason that this community is what it is, and I hope that all of you will continue to make this community proud and the type of space that will be welcoming to both returning and new players into the future. So usually at this point of my spiel, I have to do the usual thing, which is that this community is, although we would like this space to be as safe as possible, obviously it is a semi-open space. So if you do ever get any backlash, any attacks from the types of people that we all know about, come to one of us. Please speak up. If there's ever any issue at all, please know that we will listen, we will help you out, and that we're here for you. All right, I'm gonna stop. I will leave it to everybody else to explain how the tournament runs. I hope you have a great time, good luck, and one of you is gonna go to the PT, so I hope you're ready. See you soon.
Hello everyone, I'm Gabi. I will be your judge for this season of the VML. My pronouns are Faye, Fair, or It. And if at any point during this season you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me on Discord. I just want to give a general overview of the rules to start off with. First things first, you have to be a person of marginalized gender, and eligibility is at the discretion of the VML organizers and judges and can be revoked at any time. This will be a round-robin league, meaning that since all 64 of you have signed up, you are expected to play through until the end of the league to be able to receive your prizes of gems or more prizes should you advance further in the league. Some important dates to remember are that, first of all times are going to be in Pacific. But registration deadline is February 14th. That shouldn't matter much because at this point everyone should already be registered. The first decklist submission is due Sunday, February 20th at 11:59 p.m. And play for that week will begin on the 21st at approximately noon when the deck lists are live on the website, which should be VMLMTG.com. Blah, blah, blah. Following the final week of round robin, which will end April 10th, the playoff rounds will begin on April 11th, with deck lists being due April 10th at 11:59 p.m. And once registration is complete for the league, oh my god, this sucks. Of 3 with a 15-card sideboard, unless otherwise stated by us here at the VML, the format for Season 7 will be Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Standard. In the event of any banned or restricted announcements, we will keep you all posted via the Discord. Matches will be played using the Direct Challenge Constructed Tournament Match option within the MTGA client, unless otherwise directed. They're used to determine your player-off eligibility and seeding based on your division play results. They will be used in the following order, which is matches 1, head-to-head result versus other players involved in the tie, and your game win percentage. In the case where tiebreakers are used to determine seeding during the playoffs, if players are still tied after all of the above, there will be a coin flip to determine higher standing. In the case where tiebreakers are used to determine if players qualify for the playoffs, if players are still tied after all of the above, there will be a playoff match to determine higher standing. In the case of a 3 or more way tie, head-to-head will only be applied if a player has won against all the other players within the tie. If needed, the head-to-head and game win percentage breakers may be applied iteratively to determine the placement within a multi-way tie. Top 2 players from each division will advance to the single elimination playoffs. The division winners will be seeds 1 through 8 based on tiebreakers and given first round byes. The division runner-ups will be seeds 9 through 16. In addition, there will be wild cards awarded to certain players who will advance to the playoffs as well. Wild cards are the top players across all divisions who have not otherwise qualified and will be seeds 17 through 24. Wild card standings will be available on the season page by the start of week 4. The playoffs bracket will be published following the final week of round robin play. Please note that the deadline for match play will be different during the playoff weeks. These deadlines will be communicated prior to the start of playoff rounds. The top 4 players will play their matches live on the VML Twitch stream on Friday, April 29th, starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Pricing. The top 16 finishers of Season 7 will receive cash payouts. The prize pool for Season 7 will be $4,000. Each player will also receive 500 MTG Arena gems per match win in division play. The gems will be awarded only to players that complete all weeks of division play. Should you not be able to complete your division play for any reason, please reach out to me on Discord. That way we can accommodate you and also make sure that we can try and get someone else in who can play the entirety. First place will get $1,000 cash and an invite to the Streets of New Capenna Set Championship. Second place will get $600 and an invite to a MTG Arena Qualifier weekend. Third and fourth will each get $400 and an invite to a MTG Arena Qualifier weekend. Fifth through eighth will get $200 each and an invite to a MTG Arena Qualifier weekend. 9th through 16th will each get $100 each. Be some frequently asked questions that we get and topics of similar importance. As far as deck trackers and streaming, MTG Arena deck trackers are allowed during the VML play. Streaming is also encouraged, and you can also check out our official broadcast each Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time on Twitch. We recommend that you stream your match with a suitable delay, and also should note that any player found to be stream sniping will be disqualified and removed from the league, and subsequently barred from participating in the future. Feature matches are another thing that people always ask about, and we like to tell people about. Each week, members of the production team will choose a number of match to be recorded and shown on the Friday broadcast. If your match is chosen, you will be contacted via Discord or other means if not available, and asked to record your match and answer a number of written questions. If you are chosen for a feature match, please record your match and submit it according to the instructions pinned in the Match Recordings Discord channel. These recordings will be used during the Friday broadcast. Please also respond to the production crew's questions in a timely manner, as they use the information to make assets for the stream. You may also be asked to do a recorded or live video interview with a member of the production team. These are 100% optional, and we will help you with preparation if necessary. The last part that I really want to highlight is, as I said earlier, dropouts. It is incredibly important to our tournament that everyone be able to finish all weeks of division play. If you don't finish all weeks of division play, you will not get your 500 gems per match win. It's as simple as that. We have a set number of brackets, and to have even one person not be able to attend for the rest of the league throws off everyone else and compromises our integrity. In the event that you cannot continue play, please reach out to me on Discord, and we will see what we can do. Extremely excited to be a part of this league, and I'm looking forward to spending this season with all of y'all. And I wish y'all good luck, and if you have any questions, as I've said many times before, please feel free to reach out to me on Discord. Is eligibility. In order to participate in this league, you will need to be a person of marginalized gender who is 18 years or older, and we here at the VML do reserve the right to revoke the privilege of playing in our league at any point and any time for any reason.
Okie dokie. Welcome to this is a website, and I totally know how to use it, and I'm not using a cheat sheet on this monitor that you can't see. We can spend a lot of time looking at this website because it's really beautiful, and I really like it, and I didn't make it. But shout out to Ryan_MTG, who did, and also made me this list of things to tell you. The first thing on this list is how to log in case you weren't sure. This will not say TheMightyLinguine on your screen. If it does, that's a different problem. Probably should tell Ryan. Go ahead and log in. You can use my password. It's ... And it will immediately pull you to your profile page, which is pretty cool. Probably one of my favorite things about this website. So the first kind of part of the profile page that if you're new, if this is your first time setting it up, or if you set it up last season and you want to change things, is you have full control of over the top here on all of these options. So you can go ahead and select your time zone. For example, let's say you were, going to be in a different time zone. You can go ahead and change to be in a different time zone, as I may be shortly. You can go ahead and set your pronouns. It's just a text box. I lied. Type. Okay. I don't know what it is now. Okay, so it is drop down. If you need more options, you should let us know, and we can definitely add them. You can add your arena handle and your Discord. This one's kind of interesting. You can go ahead and add your Twitter, and if you don't want it to be public, you can leave it unchecked. But if you do, you can go ahead check mark. The public is referring to, there is a part of our website, which is currently not, maybe it's here, where anyone without a login can see the website, and they will only be able to see the Twitter part if you have gone ahead and selected public. If you don't select public, they will not see your Twitter, but they will see whatever name you submit as your preferred name for this tournament. So that's kind of interesting. This stuff here and all before the Twitter is all private. Like there's no way for the public to see it, even if you wanted them to. So Discord, arena, pronouns, and time zone is all hidden, and it's only actually available to the players in your division. It is only available on this profile page, so players cannot. Hopefully I'm right, but I remember last season that I could not go and see this. So see how it's not really an option here in this page for all the divisions. So only players in your division can see this extra information, which is nice. So let's see. I showed you time zone, Twitter, public, etc. And so if you want to see in your division, you get to see all the information that you have displayed up here for other players. So you can go ahead and hover over my current week's opponent, which is Angry Squirrel. Pronouns are they, them, Eastern time zone. Their arena is 3 squirrels in a trench coat. Very believable. And their Discord is a completely normal squirrel. So that's go ahead. You can go and copy that if you need to talk to them or to challenge them. They also have, okay, so this was kind of done to be able to show everyone the website at the same time. Just so you know, when it is your deck list is due, you will see the submit deck button. You will not see what your opponent has submitted, and nor will you actually see their arena. It's like a different view if you haven't submitted a deck. Once you've submitted a deck, and then decks are released by the head judge on Monday afternoons, then you would go ahead and you would no longer be able to submit a deck, but you would see what both players are playing. So we are going to show you, I guess if you want their arena, you can do it this way, which is, I kind of showed you the not cool way. If you click this, it does copy. There's something that says don't click it, but I don't think it was that button, so I can click this one. So it copies. I was really panicked for a second. See? There, 3 squirrels in a trench coat. Okay, so then the next one is show how to submit a deck list. I would love to. So go ahead and hit the submit. So I could point out that the button changes name. Oh. But Ryan says, don't click this button. So this button right here, Ryan says, don't click it. Desperately want to click it. So this is pretty cool. Unclick. Well, I just realized that it's not giving me an option to actually submit a deck. Uh-oh. Oh, import. Oh my gosh, I literally can't read this button. This is embarrassing. Okay. So if you want to submit the previous week's deck, you go ahead and select, which was 5 Color Lands, which is actually a deck I legitimately played in Season 6. Legitimate is maybe strange. You would go ahead and hit submit, which Ryan said don't do, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, we're going to hit the import deck button because I was definitely paying attention to these instructions. I guess we'll hit allow. Okay, so I don't know if everyone saw that, but it looks like Chrome was asking me to allow the VML website to do this. So I would go ahead and, I see, it was taking my paste bin. Okay, so I have a deck here, not the deck that I was asked to use for this video, but instead this very famous deck. What happens is when I type MTG Goldfish, this deck appears in my search history. I have no idea what it's from. But here it is. It's only 67 cards. So you go ahead and you can export that to Arena. Copy that. Then you go ahead and paste that in here. And we're going to name this... What is it even named here? Selesnya Magecraft. Stuff. Green one, I guess. Oh, We're doing source code, I guess. Green, white. Okay, submit. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, hold on. Let's do that again. So the name. Okay, I might want to. That was interesting. Let's see. Oops, I messed up. There we go. I see maybe why I was supposed to use the deck list at Ryan. Okay, let's just pretend it worked. It's totally going to work when our season is launched. I promise. My guarantee. Okay. Okay, so there is a note here that when I was submitting a deck, I hit... So let's just do it with the proper list, which is what I was supposed to do. So you go ahead and export to Arena, copy this. Then when you hit import deck, it should automatically take what you copied, which it did here, and put it into the thing. But there is a note here that doesn't work on Firefox. So you're going to have to take that up with Firefox, or not me, is basically all that I care about. Fill the file name, or name and archetype, please press submit. Point out how a link shows under your deck, which is what this was. Cool. Okay. So what I can't show you, because we're kind of piecing together an old season, is how to submit your results. So basically there's stages of this website. So right now this actually kind of combined a couple stages, but in general, season or week 1 deck list submission, you won't see anything that your opponent has played, but you will be able to submit a deck. And then once you hit submit deck, you can always click it again and edit it. You saw me edit it like 3 times. And then after midnight, you can still submit a deck if you missed the deadline, but it will just get marked as late, and will require a conversation with the judge about it. And then at a certain point on Monday, I want to say noon Pacific, but people are human, so hopefully around noon Pacific, the tournament will get turned over from decklist submission for week 1 into playing the games for week 1. And what that will do is that will submit all the decks, push them all out to all of the players' profile pages here. And then you'll be able to see both what your opponent is playing. You'll actually be able to see their arena then. And more importantly, where this button says submit deck, it will now instead say submit results. Also, I lost? Wow. I didn't even notice this. So this button will stay the same, but it will just say something different. So it will say submit results. And there's a couple options. There's 2-0, 2-1, and then 0-2, 1-2. And I think there's actually something like in dispute or something that prompts the judge to reach out to you. So there's lots of different options for sure. I think it might, if you're really not sure what's going on, please use there's a Discord group, whatever you call it, tag the VML judge. Just tag the VML judge in the questions channel, and then that can all be resolved before you have to submit a result. The winner is technically responsible, but it is good if 2 players submit a result so they match. But it is mostly on the winner. Okay, so this is this is your profile page, which we talked about. This will be your friend, especially as the weeks go on. You definitely want to see what your opponents have been up to, check out what they've been playing. You can have all these ways to contact them. And then this only appeared kind of midway through the season last year, but I think it's here to stay. It's basically like a summary, like a really detailed summary of what's going on in your division. Or, sorry, what went on with you? This was just me. Okay, this was just me last season. That's what this was. Yeah. See, I told you I played 5-color good stuff. So this is my summary of season 6. But I think at some point Ryan has been posting the division summaries in here as well to show where people are in the wildcard slots. So that's kind of interesting. So this is just focused on you and focused on your division. But let's talk about what it looks like for everybody. So once we launch, the vibe is going to be a little different. Like this Innistrad scoreboard won't be here. This will say season 7. There's a couple things to note. Ryan likes to kind of update where you are at so week 1, week 2, whether deck lists are due, whether playing is, you have to play this week or whatever. Like it will say something like, okay, deck lists are due by tonight at midnight or something. So he tends to like put up like little updates here, which is nice. He's a little legend of different things. You won't really see these until later on in the season. And then the way this sort page works is it's sorted by numerical by division, with the exception that your division will pop to the left, the top left. So I was in Division 4 last season, so it will always stay at the top left here, and then everything else falls in below it. And there's 2 modes. There's standings, so when it starts, we'll all just be tied for 0 points. And then there's also schedules. And schedule is probably the thing that I use the most out of all of these pages, because you can go ahead and check every week. You can go back and see what your opponents have been playing, how everyone's doing. There's like some notes left by judges. There's actually, this is pretty cool. There's like, when there's feature matches for matches, they come with like their own little YouTube link. So this links to exactly that match, which I do not want to watch, but it's here. So that's pretty cool. Just, lots of little nuances that you might not have known about. This is saying that wrong set completely. The Innistrad set came out this week. So that was like a little notification of that. So lots of really cool things built into this formatting. And then notice that the toggle is per division. So you have to kind of click into each division if you're trying to look and kind of see what people are playing. This kind of comes relevant later on and closer to the wild cards. And then midway through the season, this will start getting updated with both how people are doing in their divisions and how the wild card slots work. This is like a final snapshot of what happened, but every week this kind of would move around as people won or lost, in week 5, 6, and 7. But pretty cool to be able to follow the race and kind of see where you are at in the wild card standings. My only advice is that the tiebreakers are a little awkward to calculate digitally, because one of them is heads up, but only if there's only 2 of you tied. So it's kind of confusing. So don't take this as like oh my gosh, this is absolutely fact and I'm not going to make a wildcard slot, or I am going to make a wildcard slot. I would just use this with a grain of salt. It's the best we can kind of do because one of the tiebreakers is a little strange. And then there's also this lovely playoffs page. So it comes with a nice little bracket that eventually gets filled in. And then, of course, a little history of who played who in what decks. We don't need to read them or look at them, but thanks for highlighting it. So yeah, this honestly is really, really, really cool. Like what Ryan put together and just kind of what everyone has access to. And I said at the very beginning, but I do want to stress this side is public. So there is going to be a questionnaire that will go out that says, hey, what name do you want shown on the website and talked by coverage? This is really important that you fill out the name that you're the most comfortable with, because that is what gets displayed here, and this is public facing. And then everything else, so Discord, Arena, anything else like that is hidden behind your little profile wall. But we did a season where we had everything locked behind a paywall, or well, not paywall, but behind a login wall, and people did point out that like they missed, so they couldn't show their friends, or they couldn't send a link and say, hey, look how I'm doing in this event. So we've kind of tried to please everyone in that sense. So but I really, really, really like this page. It's very beautiful. Okay, season 6, demonstrate. I did that. Mentioned deck lists will only show up publicly Monday at noon. So that is kind of what I said when we were in our profile page. The judge pushes them out Monday midday. Normally there's an announcement in Discord if we're on top of things, and you can go ahead and see what everyone registered, and if you metagamed correctly or incorrectly, or correctly, whatever you want. This webpage is always growing and always learning. Ryan has a note here that said, please message Ryan_MTG, or I believe you can tag, let's see what you can tag. I think it is VML admin, I believe is Ryan. Yeah, you can go ahead and tag VML admin if you want to just in the questions channel, if you just want to add any suggestions, or if you find a bug. He really, really likes it when people find bugs because he wants them fixed. And yeah, that was kind of his recommendation. The last thing I have is something about coverage, but I just wanted to just quickly show off the rest of the website as well. So we have league rules, which is being covered in a different video. I highly recommend reading these. Prize payouts, pretty cool. And then we do have previous seasons. So right now you only see season 6, but when we have both, you'll be able to see both season 6 and then also our live season. We have a nice little splash page on our mentorship, which you'll hear about as well. And then the Hall of Fame page. Wow, look at those cool people. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's cool. I have not been to this page before. Wow, there's a lot of repeats on here. Just saying. I need to fix that. But anyway, this is a really cool page. I have actually not visited this page until right now. So yeah, check out that nice little website. Cool. The last thing I wanted to talk about was coverage for production. So once a week, production does a cast on Fridays from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific. The way our structure works is we have 2 casters that show up. We have 4 pre-recorded matches, and we try our best to keep it within a 2-hour show. We usually show some intro slides for each of the match, show some deck list, show some questions and answers that we reach out to the players for, a little cute little like photo of the player and a little blurb, try to make it look pretty cool. And to do all that, the casters arrange the Monday of that week. They arrange what matches are going to feature, and then they're going to go and reach out to those players. And there's a couple different guidelines and kind of direction that they take throughout the season. This varies per caster, but a general theme of the show or the season is to focus on cool decks, unique things that was not expected in the beginning of the seasons, and then as the story develops within each division, if there's anything like an undefeated player or some crazy elimination match or anything going on like that, they try to dig around, kind of looking for those variety of strange scenarios happening, whether in each division. So when that starts happening closer to week 5, 6, and 7, those feature matchups become a little bit more set on how people are performing in their divisions and less on what decks are, who's being featured. So we do our best to kind of play 2 different stories there, beginning the season, look at all the cool things, look at what people are up to. We do our best to feature as many unique people as possible, but it's not always possible, depending on kind of, we rotate through a lot of casters, or a couple different casters, so they might not always know who was featured, and then also we do try and tell a variety of different stories. So just something to keep in mind. It is really cool, though. In order to communicate with the players that we pick, the casters go ahead and will analyze the divisions, pick 4 features, and then DM on Discord is usually the way to go. And they have a little script where they'll say hi and some intro. They'll have usually 3 questions that we try to ask each week. And we ask that if you are asked to record, you have the right to say no, because in order to record, you have to play your match by Thursday of that week. And we understand that not everyone can do that, considering play is not due until Sunday of each week. So feel free to always, if that doesn't work for you, you had plans to play on the weekend, just say no. But my ask is that you get back to the person as quickly as possible so they can move on to a different match. And then if you record and you're happy to record and you're able to do it before, Thursday evening or Thursday midnight, there's a channel in our Discord called Match Recording Info. And I'm going to kind of do a video to link you to another video. Basically, there's a lovely YouTube video on how to record your feature matches by the lovely Nicole. And then just above that is a very long pinned message, or the only message, I guess, on how to record from our producer, Phoebe. The video format, which is seriously so important, MP4 or nothing, please. And then this link, which is the most important, which is Dropbox. So we go ahead and copy that. And basically what that will do is take us to this nice little upload portal. you go ahead and you add a video in here. I guess I'll add something. Should we add this screenshot from a movie I was watching earlier? And then one thing that would be nice is if you named the file who you are. That is something I almost always forget. I'm just going to be really honest with you, but I'm never going to forget again because it's right here. So this is the naming convention. It's name it with the season, the week, your name versus your opponent, and then in P4. So that would be fun. And then you go ahead and press enter. Honestly, a regular video takes about 10 minutes. That's how long it takes for me. If it's extra big, it might not work. If it's extra big, you can go ahead and message Phoebe in the questions channel, or you can just directly put it into Google Drive yourself and go ahead and message that to Phoebe as well, because that will be the solution, as Google lets you have a little bit of a larger file. That's all I got. Please, once you make your account or you have an account, go and explore our pretty cool website. And I look forward to playing with you guys this season. Bye-bye.
Hey folks, I'm Arya, and I'm here to talk to you about the VML Testing and Mentorship program. So this is a new program that we're starting with this season of the VML, and basically its purpose is to help you have a testing team to work with for the VML. That'll also hopefully help you get the experience of testing with a team and preparing for a Magic tournament. So the way it works is you'll have to sign up. There'll be a question you have to answer regarding it in the initial survey you fill out, and you gotta say that you're interested and answer the questions, and then I'll be matching folks up across divisions to be in testing teams. So there won't be any two people from the same division on a testing team, so you don't have to worry about conflicts of interest in play, and you'll be paired with a bunch of people for a team. You'll be put in touch with each other, and then the idea is that you'll work together to figure out what decks you submit each week and to test your matchups. A lot of the specifics of testing will vary based on team, but each team will have a designated leader who will organize the team and try and figure out logistics for how testing is actually going to happen. And beyond that, you'll just be testing with your teammates to try and make sure you have as good a deck as possible for each week and you understand your matchups. I know that finding testing teams is particularly challenging sometimes for folks of marginalized genders. A lot of existing testing teams and infrastructure is really not very accepting or open to folks. So hopefully this will give you something of that experience, as well as give you some people to continue working with beyond the end of this season. Technically speaking, the testing and mentorship program only lasts till the end of division play, because if multiple people from the same team make it to the playoffs, there would be conflicts of interest, but you're welcome to keep working with the team for as long as you want, including up to the end of this season and beyond that, hopefully. So yeah, that's the testing and mentorship program. Feel free to reach out to me on Discord at hogbog_98, #7144 if you have any questions that I can answer.